and welcome back. This is Coach Jim. Now we are going to delve into working with some logic, specifically the most basic statement, the basic kind of logical operation, which is the if statement. So an if statement in any programming language is going to follow something to the effect of if condition one, or whatever condition is met, then do whatever is inside these brackets. So the way we would do that in PowerShell, now first let me set up a variable, because let's just say we have a variable called lions1, and it's equal to yes. All right. So if we want to set this up, we would say if within parentheses, I'll just go ahead and build the statement. Let's go back and set our condition here. Lions1 is equal to yes. Then we're going to use our right host commandlet to say lions 1. All right, let's go ahead and run that. You can see it issues the if statement, and it does write that that message that we had there. But if we want to add another condition, or if we want to deal with the lions1 variable, if it wasn't equal to yes, we can add something called else. So really, we can say if then statements, but we have if then else statements as well to have more conditions to evaluate, or what to do if a condition is not met. So we'll do else right host the lions lost. So let's just gonna change this up here. Let's go and change this up here. And we've changed the lions1 to no. It evaluates this, finds out that this condition is not true, so it moves on to what's inside of the else statement. Right host the lions lost. So now in this particular case, this is just saying no isn't the only reason. It could be anything other than yes. It's just going to say that they lost. So even if you said tied there, for instance, and let's clear this out. It's still going to say that they lost. Now there's other specific conditionals we can do. Within this, we can actually have what's called a nested if statement. So I can say if lions1 is equal to tied, right host the lions tied. Else, let's just say that they lost. And I can move these brackets around. That's just more of a housekeeping thing, but we can actually just clear with that. So let's go ahead and see if our nested if statement works. All right, yep, it does. The lions tied. So we also don't need to evaluate just on equals. There are actually a ton of different operators. So let's just say game score is equal to 52. Actually, let's just make that an integer. So in PowerShell, we've already seen the -EQ. There's actually a lot of operators, and I'm not going to go over all of them, but there's some that are pretty useful that you actually don't even see in some other programming languages. You see those as other functions. But we could say if game score is not equal -NE to, just make up a number, 10, right host, we'll just give the obvious game score is not equal to 10. Let's go ahead and press our clear here. And game score is not equal to 10. So it's just evaluating that. But there's another one we can take a look at. There's greater than GT. Is the game score greater than 10? Oh, whoops. Gotta change our message so it's coherent. All right, so we're going to evaluate if it's greater than 10. Game score is greater than 10. Nice. What happens if we just change the game score to 9? It doesn't write anything because we don't have an else statement. Now we can also use greater than or equal to, which is GE. So go ahead and clear this out. What happens if we do that with 9? Oh, I gotta change my message again. Getting a little too happy with the if statements here. Game score is greater than or equal to 9. Nice. So I'm going to back this up here. If we do dash, you'll see that a lot of these come up, but you'll really have to use the documentation. Actually, it's not even picking up. Oh yeah, it is. So there we've got our greater than or equal to, our greater than, our equal to. We've also got less than, which is LT, less than or equal to, which is LE, like, which would match a wildcard pattern. I think, yep, not like, which won't match a pattern. There's match. This would be for regular expressions. Where's match? There it is. Match or not match. We're not going to get into that regular expression. So let's go ahead and erase everything, and I think we should actually delve into like. I think that one would be useful for our purposes, potentially, as we get into our app. So let's actually make a variable favorite team. One of my favorite variables. And let's put in Detroit Lions. Let's make an if statement that says if favorite team like, and what we'll want to do here is actually put the percent sign in here, or no, not the percent, the asterisk for a wildcard. We'll see if it's like Detroit. Then what we want to do is right host, oops, your favorite All right. And we'll say else right host. All right, let's give that a go. Favorite team is from Detroit. Nice, cool. So we change that to Chicago Bears. Let's clear console there. Favorite team is not from Detroit. So now if you were evaluating this, say if you wanted to evaluate a bunch of different teams, you could just do more than one if statement. And remember to change each if statement. Nice. Yeah, so we could keep changing this. So this would be something like when we get into making Windows forms later, if we have a button that says, hey, let's go find some data online and we need to kind of evaluate it, the button could make a web request, an API call, which we'll get into later, and then we could actually evaluate the data that we're getting back using a series of if statements. So I think that's about it for, we've gone over less than and greater than. I don't think we definitely might be using the greater than less than if we're doing stat evaluations later on, or point evaluations, or if we're trying to compute averages. But for what we're doing with our projects later on this course, I think this is about it for the if statements. So definitely, I would encourage you to, if you're not doing this along, try to do it yourself in the console. And we're going to go ahead and move on to a couple different kinds of looping statements. So I'll see you in the next lesson.